What's going on, guys? Welcome back. I'm here with Duke Togo. I'm here with D-Buck, myself, Shady. We're back for episode 2 of this football talk podcasting that we do. So, Premier League's back. What do you guys think?
It is.
Confirmed.
Finally got its date.
Confirmed.
Was it 17th?
How do you guys feel about that?
17th. Is it 17th?
Yeah, 17th. I think that's a Wednesday.
17th of June. And the first game is City and Arsenal. It's
a good start.
It's a good start. It's definitely a good game to start off with. See Pep beat Arteta.
Definitely.
But I think it's good. I think people are just... I don't know if football's the main thing that they're looking forward to, but it's just they want to get a bit back to normality, I guess. So.
True. Because
having football on would be a start, especially when they're saying you can go to parks now, and I wouldn't be surprised. Certain places have screens. And
Could you imagine?
It's going to be like that. I can imagine. All it takes is one pub garden to have a screen, and then
it's game over.
As long as you're social distancing, technically the Prime Minister said everything's as long as you're just social.
This is where it gets a bit sticky though, because obviously football that invokes a lot of emotion, man. Let's say I'm an Arsenal fan who you're probably not expecting them to beat City. Imagine they go 4-up, bruv, and you're there with a room full of Arsenal fans, and you're telling me to keep socially distanced. Oof. That's tough. That's tough, man. But yeah, it should be interesting.
Yeah, definitely. You know what? It had to come back, innit? It had to come back.
I think it was always gonna come back.
There's no way they were
never gonna cancel the season. So
it's too much money involved, and you can see everything's back, and it's gonna be non-stop football for the next How many weeks is it? 2-3 weeks? 4 weeks?
I don't even know. Have they actually said what the end date is?
No, I don't.
You know when it comes back, but
no, I don't think they have.
But either way, it's going to be an intense period of a lot of football.
But it's going to be different football from what we know, because obviously there's going to be, what is it? 5 subs. 5 subs. When have you ever seen a football game with 5 subs?
That's true.
I can't remember. It's like them ones. Is that going to change the way football's played in terms of tactics?
Thing, yeah. Because then you look at things like time wasting. If you got 5 subs, so you're telling me at 90th minute, and he's not made a single sub. Jose's got his bus parked, and he's like, "All right, you come on." When the ball goes off, next guy come on, bro. You wasted 5 minutes. Right.
The one thing that I can think managers would be more willing to do, so like if it's not working first half, you can make a couple of subs.
Okay,
a couple of subs. No, you can make a couple of subs, innit? Like you don't have to wait till
the 60th, 70th,
because you still got 3 subs. You can make 1 or 2 subs at the beginning, and you still got 3 subs. And especially not everyone's gonna be 100% match fit. You can say certain players are gonna
that's a factor as well, isn't it?
Certain players can only play one half, so it's gonna be. I don't know if it's gonna
different.
It's gonna take the competitiveness out of normal football, but it is what it is. This is the best we're gonna get. But I don't know. Does German League have that?
5 subs?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, Dortmund done 5 the other day.
Bro.
Yeah, so I'm guessing
we'll have to see. Yeah, we'll have to see if that makes any difference in terms of like tactics and stuff, which you'd think it would, but
I'd imagine so.
Yeah. But I guess it's also good because you think about for the teams and the managers that do play youth. Obviously, I'm not looking at your team, D-Buck. The teams and managers.
Play you.
No, but Jose at the helm, yeah.
Jose started our young centre back, so
yeah.
Didn't play on the pitch, so
okay.
So
So yeah, I think that'll be good as well, because there are certain times you might see a name on the bench and you're like, okay, he's just there for the sake of him being on the bench. But at least now, these players might get a chance to actually make an appearance. So that's also a good thing, I suppose.
Yeah.
But There is still a lot
bro,
at stake, though. There's a lot at stake.
It's not a friendly game, man. So
it's not a joke. Yeah.
I ain't looking to use that fifth sub if it's a kid. If my team's trying to, I don't know, trying to get. Unless I'm trying to get a goal or something, I'll put like, maybe a striker on. But you're telling me I've got to take off like Harry Kane to put on.
It's an unproven kid.
You're staying on, bro. You're staying on for the 90 minutes. So much on the line.
It's high stakes, man.
Because technically, it's the business end of the season.
And we're going straight into it.
Yeah, we're going straight into the business end of the season. But it's like technically the start of the season, so it's just it's like a
weird.
it's a mini season.
Yeah.
So if a team just comes in and just wins like 8 games in a
if
row,
you just go on a little run,
you start off with 8 games in a row, no injuries.
That's it.
That's a big impact on the league because it was so close.
Yeah.
So all it takes is the team to go on a little run, and then move up the table. Especially at the bottom of the table is so close. Like 3 teams on the same amount of points. So it's gonna be interesting. But I don't know if I'm gonna have that same enthusiasm as I normally do.
Yeah, it's like you're not feeling it. You're not hyped.
Obviously, I'm gonna watch, but it's definitely,
it's definitely not gonna be the same.
100%.
Definitely not going to be the same. It almost feels forced as well, you know. And that's well, it literally is forced, isn't it? But it's like, yeah, football's back, but I mean,
like we don't really need it, but it has to happen, right? So, I don't see myself watching like soulless football. That doesn't involve my team.
You're not going to be out here watching flipping Burnley, Norwich and that.
Yeah, maybe the first 2 games or something, I'd watch it. Obviously, I'll still try and watch the big games.
I'll watch the first batch of games just to get the feel, you get me? But after that, it's just going to be the main games.
Just the big
main
ones.
teams. Arsenal, Man City.
All that's...
Yeah. But then I guess that kind of follows on nicely to the next bit where I think Sky. Well, basically, a lot of the Premier League games will be free to air. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah, it's good. I think they have to, innit? Because normally you're not allowed to show a 3
p.m. kickoff.
Exactly, the blackout.
That's because of they want fans to go to the games. Now, there's fans can't go to the games. But now you need to start showing them games because. But
be prepared for adverts.
Yeah, I'd imagine adverts. But BBC have got Premiership games for the first time in history. They've never ever had a Premiership game.
I didn't even know that. That's mad.
I think they got like 2-3 games.
It's going to be on commentary though. That's what I want to know.
Not commentary. Like the normal FA Cup people, innit? Remember, they always got football, man.
I know.
And it's just going to be pundits wise. It's going to be like the Euros or Match of the Day pundits. Alan Shearer. So I love it.
Different though. This is Prem though. You get me? Like these men. I mean, some top tier guys on there. You know.
You don't get Alan Shearer in it. Who else? Danny Murphy. That's it. And who else? Who else do they normally get that? I can't remember. They'll get Gary Lineker to host. There you go. That's your. Right, they're probably gonna have some dead games. They might have one like decent game, like like a Sheffield United really a big team or something. I don't know. Because Sheffield United is fighting for.
Yeah, they're in the mix. They're in the mix. Yeah,
that's a game. You know, that's a.
I think it's good though. Just free to air. It's good, man. It'll be interesting though to see just in terms of the numbers of people watching. Like, are we likely to see record numbers of people watching football? Is that going to last only for the first week, first day, or just that big match? I don't know.
There's 92 fixtures left to play.
That's a lot.
It's going to go Friday 8 p.m, Saturday 12:30, 3 o'clock, 5:30, 8 p.m. So that's 4 games of that. Sunday you got 4 games: 12 p.m, 2 p.m, 4:30, 7 p.m, and Monday 8 p.m. Midweek we got Tuesday 2 games, Wednesday 2 games, and Thursday 2 games. So it's going to be a lot of football on every single day. So it's gonna. I don't know if I'm gonna be watching every single game, but you know what? It's gonna be like the World Cup. You know when there's sometimes like every day there's some game on, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty
Sometimes,
much.
sometimes it's a good game. Sometimes it's not a good game. So it's just
They have breaks though. Like it's like once the group stages are done, we have a few days off.
No, this
They're
is
going to be.
non-stop.
This is just non-stop.
Constant.
Like,
Non-stop.
like, the teams have that amount of players. Like
Well,
they're going to need rotation for real.
There's an article today said if your players, if your squad's thin, you still have to play. Like
your problem.
You got to find 15 players, and what was it?
I reckon a couple youngsters will come through.
Because they're saying even if you got tested for corona, and like the season starting, you have to just isolate now and just wait.
Sit it out until you're back.
Sit out for 2 weeks. It's mad. So
kind of crazy.
So people better hope that their star player does not get anything, because then it's a bit mad, especially the lower league clubs where they rely on like their main
one or
players.
two players. Yeah.
Speaking of that, Troy Deeney is back at training. Yeah. After
taking such a strong stance.
To be fair, I think he got battered on like social media. And the pressure. I said in the last video, I said the pressure's too much for him. There's no way. I think
his status in that squad, if anything was to happen to that team, which in terms of them like maybe going down or whatever, can he really show his face? I don't know, man. That would
he's under pressure.
That'd be awkward, isn't it?
The captain, the face of Watford. Everyone knows him.
And he's like, nah, sorry, guys.
And all the players probably look up to him and stuff like that. So imagine they
set the example,
they go out to play and then they get relegated.
And then he's sitting there home.
And he comes back like a year later in the
championship. He's like, yo, guys,
what's happening?
Let's go.
Like, get the fuck out of here.
Exactly. That's the thing. It'll be hard to respect him if that's your captain trying to say, no, look, guys, we're going to war together.
But he still had a valid point.
I think so.
But it's the case of the world's still carrying on.
Yeah, obviously. Just got to work out a way to get on with it.
And if he really did want to felt like so strongly about it, he can just sit out. There's no one doesn't have to play, but obviously there is a lot of pressure on him that he has to turn up. And
there's a lot riding on it as well.
Because I'd put money on Watford going down if Troy Deeney doesn't play. I don't think
he's a big factor.
Even if he doesn't score that many goals, just to hold up play.
Yeah, you know what he brings to the table.
Is your captain?
Too, yeah.
Is your captain? I'm sure the players look up to him and stuff like that. So
definitely.
So if he's not playing, there's a good chance of them going down. And then it's not just the players. Like the players, they can just leave to another clubs. It's just like the staff and all that stuff that you're close with and stuff like that. And then we can't come back after you get relegated and say, oh, what's happening, people?
Yo, what's good? Yeah.
What's happening? What, you man got relegated, yeah?
Unlucky lads, isn't it? Unlucky. I'm here to see. Nah,
I'm still getting my whatever 100k out. How much is he on a week? So it was always gonna happen, man. It was always gonna happen.
He probably did the right thing in it, man. He probably weighed it up and was like, you know what? There's no way that he comes out of it looking good if he like digs his heels in and is like, no, I'm not coming back. So I get it.
The thing is, especially everyone else is going back. So it's hard. Like, I'm sure other people have got, worries.
I'm sure there's loads of players that have got concerns and I mean, like, we've seen all these articles and all these little clips of people saying that, especially like retired footballers and that, saying probably shouldn't come back. But so you get it, man. But at the end of the day, you got to do what you got to do, man. And technically, it's a job. There's a lot of us out there in the world right now.
Yeah, everyone's still working. Everyone
have to go back to work,
especially from Monday. A lot of people are having to go back to work in their offices and stuff like that. So
exactly,
especially with now that the lockdown is easing up, I guess. a lot more people are having to go to work now. So especially
we're getting back to normal. Well,
like after June, like even the furloughs, it's like the employers has to pay for it and stuff like that. So then it's gonna be because the economy is just gonna. You can't just
it couldn't go on like this, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just gonna fall. Like if you try and do it till like September, October, it's just gonna it's just gonna hit us long term. We're gonna suffer.
100%.
Yeah, so just as long as we're safe as we can be.
And that's all you can ask for. So
the smartest people in the world are trying to figure this out.
Crunching the numbers, isn't it?
Trying to figure this all out, whether it's safe or whether it's good for the economy. So football is just part of, another job, I guess. With a lot of money on the line.
That's the thing.
So
crazy money.
You have to carry on, man, because
Because imagine like 3 or 4 Premier League teams like go bust.
There was an article saying
it's like,
Southampton, if they don't get bought out, they're
it's peak for them.
It's peak. Then they need to sell a few players.
Mad.
So
who have they even got that would fetch money though?
Ings is on fire.
Ain't he the wrong age though, man?
Yeah, he's on the wrong age, but
to be fetching. I mean, anyway, at this point, they'd probably take a few mil in it. They'd probably take whatever they can get for him. So
like, you could get. He was like, second. You could probably get 20 mil off someone.
Yeah, I suppose in it because he has been on fire. So if he's gonna get you goals,
it's like top, like a bottom half team, like a West. You telling me West Ham wouldn't buy him for 20 mil? That's a West Ham signing. You know that?
Nah, for real.
Not even 20 mil, probably 35.
Oof,
closer to 40.
Imagine.
Nice.
Boy.
Nah. So, English as well, Premiership proven. He's looking at 40. 40 before
his price just keeps going up, yeah.
40 before Corona, so I don't know how.
Oh, but true.
We don't know how much money clubs have got. But speaking of money, there's been a big transfer. Was it got announced today, didn't it, or yesterday?
I think it was yesterday. Cardi, yeah.
PSG has signed a Cardi for what? 50 something mil?
51?
51 mil.
Mad, yeah.
And if PSG sell him back to Italian club, they would have to pay another 15 mil. So that's a clause in his contract.
That's an interesting clause.
Because Inter don't want him at.
Yeah, no, exactly, because he bangs goals, isn't it?
Juventus was going to buy him as well, so it was Juventus or PSG, and I think
get him out of the league, innit? Yeah,
get him out of the league, and then, but like I said, put that extra clause in. If you try and sell him to,
you better give us
a
chunk of that back,
because we ain't looking to see him bag goals against us, especially when it was pretty much a bagsman for just the fans love them and stuff like that. So they don't want to see him at another club, but 50 mil, I suppose is that cheap? And
that's the thing.
Is that cheap or is that expensive? Because when you think about it, Cardi, how much was he? People were getting quoted like 70, 80 mil when he was at Inter. So 50 mil.
So 50. Could end up being a decent deal. But at the end of the day, it's PSG. They're gonna win that league regardless anyway.
Everybody won it.
It could, doesn't really matter who.
Before it's even started, they've won it. Exactly.
Yeah. So
I think they're going to sign a thing as well. I don't know if that's official though. They was going to sign Telles, the quarterback back. But even that was like 20, 25 mil.
25 mil.
That's cheap.
That's cheap.
Today's market.
That's definitely cheap.
But that's again, this is post-corona, so maybe the price is just like people are not saying, because any other day Porto would ask for 40 mil minimum for the main left back. He takes their penalties. Exactly.
What's his contract saying? That's the thing.
That's also
that's
true.
That's true. Yeah.
So maybe the price are going down. Like Liverpool are still they're trying to buy Werner for 50 something mil, but Liverpool didn't spend last year, so I suppose they're allowed to spend this year. They didn't buy anyone last year.
Yeah, I can't remember, to be honest.
No, because they won they won the Champions League, and they signed a keeper. That's it.
Okay, when did they sign that Minamono?
That was in January.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was like 7 mil. That was like.
Yeah, so it's not so I think that would probably be a good deal in it for like 50, whatever his release clause is. So.
Yeah, 50 mil for Werner. I think that's in this day and age.
That's a good signing for them.
But I expect there's still going to be deals done. Like money's still going to be spent, because when you think about it's free. They lost money for 3 months. Let's say that. And so, like, apparently, TV companies are asking like United money back and stuff like they want their money back. I think United have to pay like 20 mil or something back because United are always on TV, innit?
Yeah,
so obviously they've missed a lot of games. So they're certain, obviously, United would have to pay 20 mil back. But that's the thing. That's another thing why they could imagine just cutting off the season, man. You have to pay some money back. And
That's it. Yeah, that's true.
I'm sure United gonna spend. I'm sure United's gonna find a deal for someone. I think Chelsea's gonna spend. City's gonna spend. Liverpool spend. I think. I don't know about Arsenal because
Arsenal ain't spending.
They got some money. They rely on the not rely on the match goers and stuff like that, but you know.
But that makes them a lot of money.
Stadium does bring money. But they're saying they're gonna release David Luiz. They're not gonna offer him a new contract. I'm not sure.
I saw that headline. I mean, look, how old is he? Like,
yeah, and then 9th, so it's not like he was doing that.
Yeah. Exactly.
It was like driving a club to success. But that's the thing, like, you got Ozil who's like, oh, can you take a pay cut? He's like, no.
Which is, I mean, that's something you kind of respect it, but at the same time, it's like, boy.
Listen.
They hate each other, innit? They hate the board.
Man, a World Cup winner out here, you know. Don't be trying to treat me like these chumps, you get me? Like...
Is that what he said to the board, yeah? Is that what he said to the board, yeah?
What really and truly, what can you do? It's my contract.
No, exactly.
You can't do it. You can't do it. And to be fair, he apparently gives a lot to charity and stuff like that. So it's like,
even if he didn't do that, this is what you signed me to.
Yeah, true.
End of. You don't like it, buy out my contract.
They've been dying to sell that guy, man. They've been dying. No one wants him. No one wants him, or they're not prepared to offer him the wages. And Ozil's like, bro, I'm in London. He loves London. He's getting 350 bags. He won't even. He ain't getting that anywhere else. He can't even go to China and get that anymore because obviously they got like a wage.
They changed their thing up now.
They got a wage like
wage cap or whatever.
Who is giving him 350 bags? Like they were saying,
who even wants to give him half of that, bro?
That's the thing. They was like,
Ozil in 2020, bro. Nah,
he's still good. I think he's just lost his drive for Arsenal.
That could be.
That's what. Come on, how would you feel playing for Arsenal? Dead. You know this dead.
I mean, he can still play. He can still play football. Like he's still a decent player. Like he can still do a job for most teams. But like, you know, when you that motivation is like that's
I think that's the motivation for Arsenal. Arsenal killed him. I guarantee if he went home to Germany, different player.
You think so?
I think like
I don't think it will be the same player. I think he'll still do the job.
I think we've seen the best of him, but
similar to Bell. You know, like Bell said, he came out the other day. He said, "Football is just a job for me." Like,
is that what he said?
Football's just a job. Golf is what I enjoy. I like playing golf. Like, I don't see the problem is football's just a job now. Like. But Bell's getting like what 550 a week.
That's just disgusting.
Like when I hear a player say that, like, do I want him playing for my club? Like,
no, 100% nah.
He can still do a job. Don't get me wrong. He can still do a job. He might bag 15, 20 goals a season. But like, you know that motivation is not there anymore. Like,
and it's them ones where you know.
And Bell's won everything. Bell's won everything.
His motivations is gone. Like, if I was a Madrid fan. I wouldn't be rocking. Bro. I'm not booing no one in it except Jesse Lingard. But but nah. Bale, I'd want him. I'd want him out. Just because I think for me the thing that would have done it for me was that side he had.
What golf? Golf, Wales, Madrid in that order.
Yeah,
bro,
I'd have been like, nah.
He was smiling while he was holding it.
That's what I'm saying. I'd have been like, nah, it's done now.
But he said, what's the problem? Like, basketball players play golf on the day of the playoffs and stuff like that. He was saying, oh, Steph Curry does it. Because no one complains to him.
That stuff's probably training for their arms as well, man.
He's like, oh, why can't he goes, I play golf like a few days before the game and everyone's going crazy. Everyone's going crazy.
Some story like he didn't do something, but he was at golf or something. Like, it's never like straightforward that I'm just golfing.
Obviously, and Zidane doesn't want him.
I think that's obviously an issue as well, isn't it?
Zidane doesn't want him. He probably doesn't. Zidane probably
doesn't have a
like
good
him.
relationship with the fans.
Yeah, fans boo him. But he's I think it's probably the highest paid
bro.
player.
I'm not mad at him at the end of the day. I'm not mad at him, and I respect the fact that if you come out and say it's just a job to you, and you're being honest, I respect that, because there are certain players that, you know, in the past have said similar things. I think, was it Benoit? I saw Cotto said he didn't
even know who he was playing. Like they said, when they said we signed Van der Vaart, he's like, who's that? I was like, bro, come on, show some respect, man.
So there are players like that.
But I'm sure, like before, like don't get me wrong, Bell before all this, before his 550,000 a week contract, like he wanted to be the best. Like that's why Real Madrid bought him. He was so motivated, and they won 4 Champions League or something in 5 years.
There were periods where he was unplayable, and if you don't have that
the last Champions League they won was him. He scored an overhead kick from like nearly outside the box.
That's the thing. If you don't have a certain commitment or drive or whatever, bro, you're not even attempting an overhead kick. Like that's a fact.
So he still has quality. There's no like he'll still start for most teams. Like 9 times out of 10 he'll start.
Would you take him back?
The thing is, I would take him back as in like just to have that option. But like if you told me would I sell Kane, bring back Bale? If it was peak Bale, yes. Like that Bell.
Of course.
We had that Bell who was winning games on his own when he could just get the ball from 30 yards and just whack it. Doesn't matter if they're parking the bus. But now he's 30 years. He's 30 years old now. It's injuries.
He's won everything.
That's the thing. Unless he's got something to prove, which he doesn't. That's
it. Yeah, it's like, okay, I could go back and try and win the Premier League with Tottenham, but that's not going to be likely before he retires. And
it's part of the one of the best Real Madrid teams in modern history.
Like done it all.
They done 3 Champions League back to back.
That's what I'm saying. Three-peat.
They did three-peat, and obviously the couple of years before that they won the first one.
Yeah. Which
Bell scored in that. He scored the winning goal of that one as well. So, bro, he's won. There's nothing left to prove in it. It's similar to Ozil. Ozil's pretty much won everything that he needed to win, right? Obviously the league and stuff, but he's won. Once you won the World Cup,
World Cup,
it just goes downhill from there.
Yeah, sure.
If you're not competing to the very top, which Arsenal are not.
Arsenal definitely aren't. Yeah.
They're not, unless you're trying to fight for the Premiership or Champions League, and there's actually a realistic chance.
Yeah.
Are you gonna have that motivation again? I don't think you do. And even if he goes to another club, he ain't gonna go to another club that's probably. Unless
competing
PSG,
at that level,
even if he goes to PSG, you ain't gonna have that motivation. What?
No.
It's a pony league. You can play at 50% and you still do bits.
Yeah, nice.
Especially when you're providing for Mbappe and Neymar and Icardi, so you're walking the park for him. So there's nothing for him to pretty much do now. It's just it is what it is.
Yeah, man, just get your money.
Yeah, money, but that's the thing. That's why Arsenal want him gone.
Yeah. Trust.
I'm sure if you ask any Arsenal fan, would you get rid of Ozil and give Aubameyang 350,000 a week? They're saying yes, because he has to either get sold or he's leaving on a free. Can you afford to let Aubameyang go on a free in this current climate? No. Are you going to get that much money in this current climate? Probably not.
Imagine he goes to a rival, fam.
They're saying Chelsea need a striker. But again, Chelsea are going to get Morata back because I doubt Atletico is going to pay 55 mil for him now. No, not in this. Again, not in this climate. I don't think. I think they'll have Morata in their hands. But if someone offers Arsenal 50 mil for Aubameyang, I wouldn't be surprised if that owner takes it. Especially when he knows there's no fans.
All things considered,
no fans coming up. Yeah, but I can see even Barcelona going for him because Barcelona are not exactly
well stocked. Yeah.
Exactly, got all the money and stuff, and they're trying to get Lautaro Martinez from Inter, but Inter's they want.
Surely it costs too much, man.
100 mil or something. Barca always trying to do this swap deals.
Yeah, we'll give you 8 players.
Yeah, we'll give you Coutinho.
We got a top player for Coutinho. Come on.
So that's what I can see Thing doing. I can see Coutinho going to Arsenal. 100%. With maybe Aubameyang going the other way.
But
what can you
kind
do?
of wages he's on?
Who? Coutinho? Probably like close.
I reckon like 150. Between
Nah,
150
more,
and 200. No.
He's on like
But
200
not Barcelona.
something. Yeah, he is. He's on 200 something. That's why like, people saying they can't afford him. He's on
No,
200
they can't
something.
afford him because Barca want big money for him still. Like Barca,
Yeah, he still wants 80 mil. No, but you got to remember,
that's why,
when they bought him, 157 mil. There's no way he's on 150k. He's on. Their wages are. Barcelona had the most, the highest paid players in the world. Obviously, most of it's because of Messi. Messi gets a mil a week. But them players are paid well, man. But that's why they're in a mess. It's their wage bill that are fucked.
Exactly.
But that's what they're trying to do.
It's not even just that though. Like the youth development's a madness now.
Yeah, it's shit.
So remember back in the day, they were pumping out players.
Yeah.
So they had the youth prospects and they could just ship them off 20 mil easy. Like,
that's another thing. Yeah, they used to make money like. They used to make decent money off that. Every year they would ship like. I remember we bought Giovanni Dos Santos. Guy who scored hat-tricks in Barcelona. Fucking awful in Prem. It's awful. MLS player now. Like you had them, you know, was it Tello? Was it Telles? No, not Telles. The Tello.
Yeah. Mad pace.
Who else you had?
Yeah.
Tello, Bojan.
They got rid of. Who else was there?
Romeo.
Oh
yeah.
Who else was there? They had quite a few like decent players.
They just didn't quite pop.
But even they had that Japanese kid, didn't it? In their
Kubo,
that they didn't know about his contract situation.
Then Real Madrid
took him.
Stuck in.
But they have got that thing guy, that fatty, that he looks alright. But
he's scoring goals as well.
Yeah, he's actually doing bits. He stepped up, and he's only 16 years old. So
even what's his name from Wolves, Traore.
Oh yeah, how much would he go? How much would he go for these days? You're looking at 60, 70 mil at least, isn't it?
Yeah,
big money.
Big money for Wolves to sell him.
Nah, yeah.
So that was. You're telling me Barcelona couldn't? They would take him right now. Even if it's a sub player, just slap him on. From time like Barcelona getting players like Braithwaite.
They make, when you think about it, they make some weird deals, man.
That guy used to play for Middlesbrough.
Yeah, it's mad. Braithwaite, Philippine
Prince.
Boateng was a weird one as well. Yeah.
Obviously, these guys are just backups, but still.
But it's like it's a bit peculiar.
It's just because their squads are not balanced. You got 157 mil Coutinho that's not wanted by anyone. You got Dembele, who's 100 plus mil, injured all the time.
Supposedly his commitment to the game's not.
Yeah, and then it's not serious sometimes. Isn't it? But
certain times
when he plays,
banging out FIFA and going late to training and stuff like that.
When he plays, he's
a sick player.
No, his ceiling is up there, 100%. Like
he's a sick player, but
up there, but
you got to have that motivation.
You gotta have that
he's giving off that like Balotelli kind of feel like
you know,
don't give a fuck. But
like I know
you know he can do the thing.
I'm sick. I'm better than most players, but I'm sick. But it's like if you don't have that commitment,
you gotta have the drive.
You gotta make football your life. If football is not your life, like if you're worried about I want to play or I want to go chill with my friends, like bros,
you're done in it.
Like,
because the thing is, you might get your dream transfer to Barca, and certain players are like, "Yo, I've made it. Like, that's it.
It's done.
I've completed the game, and that's it." But that's not how it works.
The game's changed, though, isn't it? Like,
exactly,
it's like you get the move to the big club, and they give you big money as well at the young age. It's not like before where we know you got talent.
We'll give you 30k, and then we
give you a little piece. You get and you build up. Now it's like, 200k, 200, whatever, and it's like, man, just sit here for 2 years. I'm set.
Yeah,
not even 2 years, like a year or a few months. I'm set for life. Like
that's right.
And then it's like,
like Hudson-Odoi, didn't he sign some 100k plus deal?
150k.
And you ask, what's man really done? You know,
he's got a rape case under him now. You hear that?
I heard about that.
He got arrested last week or a couple of weeks ago. Got claimed of he broke lockdown. Broke lockdown rules. And he's
catching a little charge. That's a bit bad.
Obviously, hopefully, it's nothing. It's not real and it's not serious. But but that's all it can take is that. Look, Chelsea invested 150k. they were so adamant that they can't let him go to Bayern Munich. They can't let him go to Bayern Munich. As soon as he signed that 150, not even the same player. Now Chelsea, now William's still playing over.
That's his weekly wage. That's not even including
no
signing bonus for.
No bonuses, appearances, bonuses, assists, all of that. But that's
man probably got a chunk change, and it's like, I'm done. I made it.
That's the thing, bro. Like, you're pulling up to flipping training in a rave or something. Like, bro, you're 18. Like, come on now.
That's why, like, if you're gonna sign a player, you got to sign a player that just all he cares about is being the best. When someone wants to be the best, you know, like extra training, extra first on training. Like, that's why, like, Ronaldo, the likes of Ronaldo, when Ronaldo's still like doing mad training drills, even now, like. He's still
you gotta have that level of commitment.
Like, hungry
like similar to Haaland at Dortmund. Like, we all know he wants to go to a big club, Madrid or something. He's gonna put in that work at Dortmund for to eventually get that move. You get me?
It seems like someone that's got his head on his shoulders, so he's gonna. Hopefully he does. Like, but again, he's still 19. Someone like Kane. Kane doesn't go out just. You got to find them boring players that just don't do anything. You know, the ones that just, like, what you up to?
Milner's and all that.
Just training. But they're the most ideal players, though.
Just chilling home with the family.
Yeah, like, what are you doing? Like, I don't want to have team, like, players in my team that are just raving all the time. Fuck. Nah, bro. Just, you can rave when you're on pre-season or something. Or rave when you're finished. Bro, I want you to be the best footballer that you can be, but a lot of, like, I don't know. A lot of ballers are just they're not. That's not too serious anymore, man. They're not too serious. Like Duke said, once at 18, 19, they're already getting their 150k a week contracts, and then you're like, do I have to try now? Like, I've got what I wanted now. How much more can I get paid? Who's gonna give me 200?
Yeah.
I'm not that good enough. I'm not that good enough to maybe get 200k, or unless I get a big move, which I'm happy I'm happy at this club right now.
All right, guys, let's wrap this up. Give me your top 5 predictions. Duke, you'll go first. In order, who do you think is going to finish where?
Liverpool, City, Chelsea, Tottenham, Newcastle.
I respect that. Man tried to look away. Like, man tried to do the, all right, now it's done, on to the next one. All right, I see you. I said, mathematically, is that even possible?
I don't think that's possible,
I don't think it's possible. If you have to be realistic, I'll say probably Sheffield United.
I respect that. Okay. So before I move on to debug, Duke, do you think City's ban will be upheld, or do you think it'll go down to a year, or do you think it'll get scrapped? They'll just give him some brown paper bag money, it will go away. What do you think?
Oh, man. Who knows of how these football government goes? Like, they might delay it for a season or something. Or
imagine that because of Corona, the paperwork, this and that. It's all dodgy with that team.
We'll have to wait and see, man.
Yeah. All right, D-Buck, give me your top 5, top 6.
I think it's going to pretty much stay the same, man. Liverpool, Man City, Leicester. Then, this is where Chelsea weren't on great form before this. And United was on good form. So if it was basically... United was probably going to finish top 4, I reckon, if it wasn't for this break. Then you got Sheffield United with a game in hand.
They're still in there.
If they won that, they'd be 2 points behind Chelsea. And then I got obviously Liverpool, City. I think Leicester, depending, well, they've got all their players back. Leicester
get dragged into it, you know. They got man breathing down their back.
The thing is, Leicester were falling down because they had a couple of injuries. Once Leicester have a couple of injuries, they finish. So I don't know. Like I said before, when we start this vid, all it takes is a team to go like 4 or 5 wins. Everyone's got a, It depends. It depends how teams can adapt to technically their away games, because some games are going to be on neutral ground. So if a team can play on a neutral ground without a fan base, and it's just on pure skill, and you've got that same motivation. That's the thing. So obviously Liverpool, Man City, I can't see Leicester's 5 points. I can't. They would have to be really bad to lose to get out of the top 4.
There's a 5-point gap,
between Chelsea and Leicester. I mean, that's not the biggest
9 games to play.
That's not the biggest gap because they can, if they crumble, a couple of losses.
If they draw one and then lose one, then they've got the mentality, bro. That's the thing.
That's the thing. That's the thing. And we know what happened to Brendan Rodgers last time. He had a lead. I don't think Sheffield United would do it. I think without their home fans, good luck in it. That's a lot of these teams rely on the home fans to make noise. They had a very good set of home fans. They were good at home. They were tough teams to be at home. Let's be honest, they were a very tough team to be at home.
Yeah.
United depends how Pogba, Bruno, and stuff play. They've got the full. They've got a full squad as well now. They've got a full squad. Rashford's back. So I think Tottenham and Man United are going to do well during this time because they'll get a full team back. Whether they'll get top, I think United's going to get 5th. I think United will get 5th. I think it's going to just stay the same. I think. I think United, but one of Leicester and Chelsea might flop.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, then I can see possibly Tottenham. If we start well, we might get 5th. But that's the highest we can go. I don't think we can go top 4. So there's no. We'd have to win 7-8 games out of 9.
That's what Kane said the other day. You guys
have to win
7-8 games to get.
But that's realistic. So we're 7 points off. Obviously, 7 points is not the biggest. But this is business. All it takes is one good result. Like if we beat United, then suddenly it's the whole league's changed again. Or Leicester, Chelsea drop points. But that's the thing. We've lost all our home advantage now because all our home games we had home against Leicester, United, Arsenal. It was all our rivals really. So that's who knows.
See what difference that makes as well. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's I think it's not going to change that much. It's not going to change that much unless the team goes on a run. What about you?
All up in the air. Obviously, Liverpool, City. I think Leicester will probably get dragged into it, but they'll probably hang on in it. So I'll put them 3rd.
They've got a 5-point cushion.
So you think that
and
they went on a little run, innit?
They've got their players back as well, so they're just going to play the same 11.
But I guess it also depends on who they play, because I saw an article the other day that I think we've got one of the best, basically in terms of the average position of teams that we play over the rest of the season. Like we have the easiest set of fixtures, if that makes sense. So it really depends on the next 9 games for these teams. If we can dispatch Tottenham, then we might be sitting pretty in it. So.
Yeah, if you lot beat us, then you lot should be in a good position to push on from it. But you lot might be rusty. Who knows? We don't.
I think. Do you know what? I think that the first game, is going to be massive because if you get that W, if you
5
get
subs as well.
That's what I'm saying. If you get the W in the first game, that's obviously going to boost you, and then you have another however many days it is to get your fitness back up and whatever else. So,
that's the thing. It's just going to be keep rolling. It's just like it's going to be games midweek, weekend. So it's like it's about all it takes is just players could easily get injured straight away because obviously it's a lot of players have been out for a long time. So to expect them to play 2 games a week because even when you come back from the summer. You only play once a week for a month, and then Europe comes out, and then you can play twice a week. But now it's just literally pre-season,
straight back into it.
2 games a week. Obviously, you're gonna 5 subs will help, but you're telling me you're gonna take off your best player when you need to win because of when it's 1-1.
It's high stakes, man.
They're playing the full 90. They're playing the full 90, man.
High stakes stuff, man. It'll be interesting, but.
Yeah.
let's see what happens.
And you got 2 weeks to wait now, isn't it?
Nah, yeah. Do you know what? I'm not.
Weeks?
Yeah, it's about 2 and a bit weeks. Yeah, I'm not even that hyped. I'm not even really hyped anyway.
I'm not hyped. I'm not hyped at all.
I think I'll have to see how I feel closer to the time.
I don't think I'm gonna watch anyone else's play. Like apart from the big games.
Yeah.
Like World Cup when I see like 2 dead nations playing each other.
I might leave it on in the background.
Yeah, them ones where you just leave it on.
I'm not really gonna be sat there paying attention to 2 teams that I don't care about.
I'm not watching Brighton and West Ham or something.
Exactly. But guys, let's end it there. Been another good episode. A lot to talk about, and I guess over the next week or 2, we'll see any more emerging news, any more players catching it, etc. But yeah, Shady signing out.
I guess peace and stay safe.
Peace.